Good evening, calling out all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club Tuesday night VHF net. My name is Pat. My call sign is November 8, Oscar Quebec Papa, but for the purposes of this net, we'll be using the club call of Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You don't have to be a member of our club to do so. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic can pop up at any time, we ask that you leave slight pauses between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, and to keep club members and the amateur radio public up to date with about club meetings and happenings, and to enhance the net operating practices. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m., right on the dot, and we will start with announcements, and then ask for check-ins from any managers or members who have announcements or information of general interest to our net. Once that's complete, we'll take regular check-ins, at which time I ask that you give me your call sign, repeated phonetically, followed by your name. All check-ins are completed. I will close the net after repeating the announcements and one final call for check-ins, and that will be it. And the announcements. We have several things coming up. Tomorrow night at the new meeting place, which is 2406 Ardwell Avenue in Akron, 44312. We have a presentation coming. Ted is going to do, or KB8PRK Ted is going to do a presentation on how to view the solar eclipse on the 8th of April. Break here. And also, there's going to be some surprises there, I guess you could call it. There will be kind of a door prize for the first 10 people that get there. And we have some other stuff planned. Also, on top of Ted's talk, we're actually going to do about a half hour on Skywarn. I have a presentation that I spent most of the afternoon making up. We'll be discussing the weather last week. I think it was the 14th of March, along with some other stuff. It'll be a nice presentation, so I hope anybody that's listening can join us and join the fun. I believe that's all the. I do have another presentation coming up, April 17th, I believe it is. We have scheduled Scott Yonley. I'll have more on that as we get closer, but that should be a fun evening also. All together, now that we've got a meeting place, we should be able to start having some real interesting topics and conversation and fellowship. That's what it's there for. This is W8CRC, and we are going to continue here. I'm going to ask for check-ins from any managers or anybody with announcements that they'd like to get in the front of the net. If you've got either of these, please call W8CRC. nothing heard there. We will go ahead and start taking regular check-ins, I believe. We went all through all the announcements. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie, looking for check-ins now. General check-ins. Please give me your call sign and your name.
KD8CXE, Kilo Delta 8, Zulu X-Ray Echo, Mike in Talmadge.
KD8ZXE, good evening, Mike. Got you? Might as well just take you, we'll take them one at a time here tonight, I guess. I kind of think this is going to be a little bit of a slow night, but we'll see what happens. Anything for the net tonight?
Oh, not much, Pat. Just got a little pre-practice there on the Skywarn last week. That was a lot of stuff popping up to the west. We were pretty lucky to avoid that. I think my dad's working the polls tonight for the election, so he may not be on, but I'm sure he would join if he was able. Otherwise, not too much to report. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night, and I'll bring the snacks, and we'll see you over at the church tomorrow night. KD8ZXE, back to you, Pat.
I'm hoping we can get a couple people there by about 6:30 to help get things set up. This presentation is going to be on Zoom also. I figure I'm streaming it on Zoom, so I'll put the link and everything on the club website and also on the calendar on the club website. And it'll all be also be on the Facebook group, so if you can't make it for some reason, you'll have other ways of being able to watch it. This will be the first time that we've done this kind of alone. I'm still getting the bugs worked out of that, but we'll get something on Zoom, as well as the meeting at the meeting place. But anyway, hopefully we'll have a decent amount of people. This is W8CRC looking for check-ins. If you'd like to check into our net, please call.
Kilo Echo 8 Lima Romeo Kilo, George in Akron.
Kilo Romeo 8 Kilo Romeo Kilo. And that's George. Good evening, George. How you doing?
I'm well, Pat. The call is going to be Kilo Echo 8 Lima Romeo Kilo, KE8LRK.
My brain gets twisted sometimes. Sorry about that. I got LRK, KE8LRK. Good evening there, sir. And what do you got for the net tonight? Anything?
Good evening, everybody. No, nothing going on. Just kind of chilling out with the dog tonight, watching some golf. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow and hopefully meeting a few more folks and getting a follow-up on the Skywarn. Oddly enough, I was in Skywarn training last week, but things kind of kicked off during the second hour, so the instructor, who had to be downtown soon, kind of picked up the pace, so I'm hoping to get a little more slower version tomorrow night's meeting of what I learned.
A nice part about doing the meetings that I do as opposed to the ones that the NWS does. The NWS gives you the stuff that you need to know, what they want to report, stuff like that. But what they don't tell you is how to check into the net, what information, how to figure out how to get the information that's coming in, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Like tomorrow night, we're going to talk about the storms this last week. I'm going to go into some of the tornado stuff, what it was like to happen in the beginning. Hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. I had some background. But anyway, the nice thing about this is going to be we're not only going to talk about what common stuff you need to get into the repeater, but we'll talk about some of the history of Skywarn. We're also going to talk about the storms and what all you need to do if something was like this that was to happen here. So we'll make it interesting. There ain't no problem about that. And on top of that, you're going to be able to get the information on how to take a look at the eclipse on the 8th. Ted's got several things planned for us. He's going to show us a couple things. So that'll be an interesting evening. So anyway, is that all you have, George?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, Pat. Looking forward to it, like I said, learning more from the continuing on from last week's Skywarn class. And with the eclipse, the wife and I will actually be camping down by Columbus, more in line with the path with a bunch of friends. So it'll be good to hear about that as well from Ted. But that's all I have. Wishing everybody a good evening. With that, I'll turn it back over to Ned, KE8, LRK clear.
Okay, sir. Have a good evening, and anywhere in the path is going to be a lot of fun. I also want to try to organize something as far as listening to some of the HF bands as this thing goes over top of us, just to see if we hear anything different in the band. We'll get into that later on, that topic later on also. Hey, thanks for the check-in, and we'll move on here. Anybody else like to check in? This is W8CRC calling for check-ins.
KB8PRK.
KB8PRK. Good evening, Ted.
Good evening, Pat. Good evening, everybody else. Just hanging out tonight. I guess no trivia question tonight, huh? Oh well. Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow night. So I hope a lot of people can make it.
Yeah, we are too. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of fun. As far as a trivia question, I had one, but I actually forgot to say it at the beginning of the net, so I'm going to be doing a net for the next couple of weeks. So I've got one really good one, and I'm sure Keith will come up with another one here and there, so we'll get there. Anything else for us?
And nothing I can think of off the top of my head. So we'll just leave it at that, and hopefully see a bunch of people tomorrow night.
I hope so too. We'll see what happens. By the way, that package showed up, so we're good to go there for the door prizes. Anyway, since that's doesn't have anything else, let's move on. Is there anybody else that would like to check into our net? Please call W8CRC. Okay, and it looks like we're going to be a low net tonight. They seem to have dropped a few off. But anyway, we'll go ahead and redo the announcements quickly. remember there's a meeting coming tomorrow night at the church. That's at 2406 Cardwell Avenue. It's over where the intersection of 18 and 91, or East Market and 91 come together. It's a block west of 91 and a block north of East Market Street. It's the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church, Oak Hill Presbyterian Church. So if you can make it there, we're going to have a heck of a presentation. Hopefully, we'll be able to see everybody there.
I think the polls close at 7:30. That's what might be keeping some people from getting on here.
I'm thinking I'm going to hang till we'll hang till then. We'll probably close the net up, but I don't. I think we'll just hang until about 7:30ish. As far as the meeting goes, I've pretty much said it all. We do, like I said, we have another meeting coming with Scott Yonley on April 17th. That should be a lot of fun. And that about covers the announcements. One last round of check-ins. If you'd like to check in with our net, please call W8CRC. All right, I'm going to take and go ahead and close this net. I'm preparing to close this net. I would like to thank the few people that checked in here and joined us to check in tonight. Without your participation, there wouldn't be a net. This has been November 8, Oscar Quebec Pop Pat, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. I will keep it open until about 7:30 for any late check-ins, but I will go ahead and close at this time with 4 of us checked in. So, see you hopefully tomorrow night, everybody that's listening, and we're clear.
W8CRC is in and out.
Thank you, Mike. Gotcha. Thanks, sir. We gotcha.
Sorry about that. I'm domestically challenged at the moment, so catch you next week, W8CRC.
Great, sir. Thank you for the check-in. And I don't keep it.